Which Tiger is untouchable this offseason? All right, Chris, I'm gonna start with you because I'm gonna put you on the spot first.
Untouchable?
Untouchable. Like
I don't.
we're talking Sean Connery here. Untouchables. No, he died. He died. Never mind.
Yeah, he got touched.
Yeah.
Boy, I mean, I honestly, I don't think anybody's untouchable. I would very much dislike it if they traded Riley Green, but if the right deal came along, I'd be okay with it. Like, yeah, I mean, he's the most untouchable to me, but nobody's completely untouchable. I will say.
I'd second that. I feel like I don't know. I feel like Torkelson, just because his trade value is just so low now. I don't think you would trade him now. So I would say either Torkelson or Green for me. What about you?
I got to be consistent. I've been saying every trade deadline in the entire internet era, there's nobody untouchable. You have to tell me what you can get first before I say no. That's just kind of how I feel. And of course, it would be really difficult to move Riley Green, and the odds of them ever moving Riley Green are probably infinitesimal. But gotta tell me what you get first.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's pretty sad that no one's untouchable. Like I feel like it's good to have untouchables. I don't know.
Well,
go ahead, Reg.
No, go ahead.
No, you go. No, you hadn't talked yet. You go.
As far as look, I mean, I think Riley Green is about it because he's I hate to say the cliche, but he's once in a lifetime generation talent for the Tigers because for what he's done at his age, we haven't seen that in over 40 plus years. And I think, that's right. Javi Baez does have a limited no trade clause. So he's up for grabs too. We have El Maglio in the house. Wow. We have a Javi Baez guy in the room. I'm sorry, I cannot talk this evening. But I think for me, it's just Riley Green because there's nobody else out there I think you can get back and to Yooper's point, the counterpoint. Why trade somebody with that much club control and who has that much upside? Because who you're going to get back? If you're going to trade him for a bunch of pitchers, that's absurd because I think those Tigers have some pitchers in their system. But again, I feel like a month from now, this might be a completely different conversation because Riley Green should be the centerpiece of anything you build going forward. He's played better defense in center field than we anticipated. And I think that's the only one. Everybody else is fair game because if you can get something out of anybody, by all means, go for it because Detroit has so many depth issues. And John, to get to what you're saying about untouchables, why it's not sad to me because quite frankly, the Tigers haven't had anybody worth the. It sounds like I'm trying to sound like.
They had Miggy and Verlander.
Well, no. I'm talking like in terms of who they have in their system. I'm talking guys like right now who they have. Like if it's or guys they brought up rather. There's nobody you can trade. Ryan Kreidler, you can trade Cody Clemens, you can trade all these people. Doesn't matter. I know that Magley. I keep saying Magley doing is Miggy's not going anywhere. He's going to be the one if they can move him. I mean, that's like
there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. But that's next level. 40 level 21 stuff there, right there. If he can pull that off, if Harris can, but I don't think he can. I just think that anybody that can give you something of value, at least a 2-WAR player or average players back, that is fine by me. But it has to be a shrewd guy and whoever the Tigers might hire as a GM, which we have some ideas, but we'll talk about that a little later. But
so the only other thing I was going to say is had Tarek Skubal stayed healthy, I probably would have considered him untouchable. He was on his way, depending on if F WAR or D WAR or whatever WAR you like. He was on his way to like a 4 or 5 WAR season as a young left-handed pitcher, power pitcher, who had basically changed the way he was throwing this year and having success. And that just like he looked like he had the potential to be a true frontline starter, and that's roughly the hardest thing to find in baseball. So he would have been the guy that I wouldn't, and also 4 years of team control. But now after the flexor tendon surgery, like we don't know when he's coming back, and I don't think you can trade. I mean, you could probably trade him now, but you're not going to get as much as you would because the team getting him wouldn't know what they're getting out of him. So, yeah, that's the tough one for me.